Why Super Bowl ads became so expensive, from a football game to a billion-dollar advertising empire. Every year, one question comes up again and again. Why do Super Bowl ads cost millions of dollars for just 30 seconds? 30 seconds, no guarantees, no refunds. And yet, brands line up, wait years, and willingly spend money that could fund entire marketing campaigns. So how did this happen? How did a football championship become the most expensive advertising marketplace on earth? To understand that, we need to go back, not just to the Super Bowl, but to how hype, scarcity, psychology, and business power merged into a perfect machine. This is the story of why Super Bowl ads became so expensive. Part 1. The Super Bowl before the money. The Super Bowl did not start as a cultural phenomenon. The first Super Bowl, played in 1967, was simply a championship game between two rival leagues, the NFL and the AFL. It wasn't even called the Super Bowl officially at first. Early broadcasts were basic, production was modest, and advertising? A 30-second commercial cost roughly $37,000 adjusted for inflation. That's still small compared to today. At the time, advertisers treated it like just another sports broadcast, just another TV buy. There was no hype, no anticipation, no event marketing. That changed slowly, but permanently. Part 2. The first shift. Mass shared attention. The first key factor that changed everything was attention concentration. By the 1970s and 1980s, the Super Bowl became one of the only moments when nearly all of America watched the same thing at the same time. No streaming. Families gathered. This created something extremely rare. A guaranteed mass audience, live and emotionally engaged. For advertisers, this was gold. Unlike regular TV ads, people didn't change the channel. People talked during commercials. People remembered what they saw. The Super Bowl wasn't just watched, it was experienced together. Part 3. The ad that changed everything. Then came a turning point. In 1984, Apple aired a Super Bowl commercial that didn't sell a product directly. Instead, it told a story. A cinematic story. A bold message. A moment. That single ad changed how companies viewed Super Bowl advertising. From that moment on, ads were no longer interruptions. Ads became entertainment. Ads became part of the event. People started watching the Super Bowl for the commercials, and once the audience expects something special, prices rise. Part 4. Scarcity, the most important reason. Here's a critical truth most people miss. You cannot scale Super Bowl ad inventory. There are only so many commercial breaks, only one Super Bowl per year, only a fixed number of premium slots. No matter how much demand increases, supply stays fixed. That creates artificial scarcity. When hundreds of brands want in, but only dozens of slots exist, prices don't rise gradually, they explode. This is the same economic principle behind luxury watches, prime real estate, IPO allocations. Scarcity plus demand has premium pricing. Part 5. The psychology of prestige. Super Bowl ads aren't just advertising, they're status symbols. For a brand, running a Super Bowl ad signals, we've made it. We are a top-tier company. We belong among the biggest names in the world. It's not just about ROI, it's about brand legitimacy. Boardrooms don't ask, will this ad pay back immediately? They ask, what does it say if we don't show up? That psychological pressure keeps demand permanently high. Part 6. The cost behind the cost. Here's another reality. The ad slot is only half the cost. Modern Super Bowl commercials often include Hollywood-level production, celebrity contracts, months of creative work, visual effects, and music licensing. Production alone can cost $1 million, $5 million, sometimes even more. So when you hear, a Super Bowl ad costs $8 million, that often means $8 million for airtime, plus millions more to create it, which pushes total spend into 8 figures. Part 7. The business machine. Today, the Super Bowl isn't just a game, it's an ecosystem. Networks generate hundreds of millions in ad revenue. The NFL earns billions through broadcast rights. Brands launch products, rebrands, and global campaigns. Social media amplifies everything instantly. One commercial doesn't live for 30 seconds anymore. It lives on YouTube, on social media, in news articles, in reaction videos. The Super Bowl ad has become a global media multiplier. That extended life helps justify the cost. Part 8. Why prices keep going up. So why don't prices ever come down? Because viewership remains massive. Live shared events are disappearing. Brands are fighting harder for attention. There is no alternative event at this scale. The Super Bowl sits at the intersection of sports culture, media business, psychology. As long as that remains true, prices won't fall. They'll rise. So the truth is, the Super Bowl didn't become expensive overnight. It became expensive because it solved a problem no other platform could. How do you capture the attention of an entire nation at once? That attention became rare. That rarity became valuable, and that value became a multi-billion-dollar industry. And today, when a brand spends millions on a Super Bowl ad, they're not buying 30 seconds. They're buying cultural relevance, collective memory, and a moment that still brings people together. That's why Super Bowl ads are so expensive.